Hey y'all, we're at the grave of Bass Reeves' mother. Her name is Paralee Stewart. She was born in October 1821 and died in January 28th, 1915. And she's here in Fairview Cemetery in Van Buren, Arkansas. So, and this is the grave of his dad. It's a broken. J.M. Stewart died March 5th, 1885. Is that what that says? 1880. You can see it better on the video. So, Bass Reeves was born here in Van Buren, Arkansas, and they were slaves. His parents were slaves. He was a slave. I'm not for sure, Tim. Do you know why their last name is Stewart and his last name is Reeves? I know he took his owner, the slave owner's name, George Reeves, but maybe George Reeves didn't own his parents?
Yeah.
Maybe they belonged to another slave owner. I don't know. But this is her grave here in Van Buren, Arkansas, where Bass Reeves was born. And then George Reeves owned him. And when George Reeves passed away, he gave Bass to his son William, or it's the other way around. One was the dad, one's the son. I can't remember which. Do you remember which one it was, Jim? I don't remember either, but y'all probably know if you follow anything to do with Bass Reeves. That's her grave, and I think it's a pretty neat. It used to be kind of.
It's in good shape.
It is in good shape. If you go to find a grave, you can see a picture of the grave. They've done some work on it because it was a little messed up a little bit, but they did a little work on it in recent years, so it looks pretty good.
But they're over here kind of by themselves.
They are, but
too,
I'm thinking,
you know,
okay, I don't think they're by themselves. I bet there's a bunch out here that are unmarked graves.
Well, you can see indentions.
Yes.
Here,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You can see them across their indentions. So I don't
But
think
as well
they're.
kept as this cemetery is, you'd think they'd put some kind of stone.
I don't think that all this empty area down here. I don't know this for a fact, but I think there's a possibility that in the early 1900s, because she was buried in 1915 and him in 1885, that this was a black section way down here at the bottom of the hill. That's a Confederate section right there, I believe. It's all Confederate. Look how pretty with all the Christmas wreaths. It's beautiful. Walk over there and let you see that. But anyway, we wanted to come by here and let you see. This is my hometown. I grew up here. My grandparents lived across the street. You can see their house in the background. They haven't lived there in 75. In the 50s. They built that house in the 50s. And I have a little funny story, so I'll just go ahead and throw that in. When my grandmother told me that she had 7 children, and when in the 50s, when my parents were teenagers, they would walk to town, which isn't far from here, to Bob Burns Theater to the movies. And on the way back, the boys would run ahead of the girls. You're talking about 7 kids, and then their friends. So it was probably a whole gang of them. And the boys would run ahead of the girls, and they would come up here, and they would hide behind tombstones and lay on graves. And when the girls, they would cut through this cemetery here on the way home. Shortcut to go right up there to home. And the boys would jump up and scare the girls. And they'd be running and screaming and crying. The boys would get in trouble. They'd apologize. A few weeks would go by and everybody would forget about it, and then they'd do it again. So that was their thing. Hide behind tombstones and lay on the graves. And when the girls came walking through, their sisters with their friends, they would jump up and scare them. But I guess we're going to end this unless you have something to say. What do you got, Tim? What is this? Amanda Campbell? December 11th, 18. She died in 1811? Wow, that is an old one. Amanda Campbell died December the 11th, 1811. Age 52 years. Does that say 50? So if she's 52 years old, she was born in like, my gosh, like 1760? Wow, that's an old one. Okay, we're going to end this because we are going to walk around and do some more graves out here.
But this is 18, is that 1831?
Well, born.
I think that's born in 1830.
Okay, y'all, we're going to end this and we're going to walk around and do another video on some other unique graves. There's a grave out here called the Mystery Grave. It's really old. It looks like maybe early 1800s. The cemetery was started in, well, the city of Van Buren was founded in 1828. This cemetery was started by just settlers in 1816. They believe the mystery grave dates before that, before 1816. So we're going to go find that, and there's supposed to be some unusual markings on there that have people baffled. So we're going to go check that out and let you see if you can figure out what it is. Thanks for watching.